Parts of the inland Northwest saw their first snow overnight, but now I'm tracking wet weather for Thanksgiving, followed by much colder temperatures for the weekend.
Part of what we do is develop relationship and start hope that something can be different.
The city's homeless outreach program is helping those in need. We'll go along with them as they work. It's down to the wire for Moses Lake teachers. Without an agreement, a strike could come as early as this week. Well, good evening and thanks for joining us for KREM 2 News at 5. I'm Amanda Rowley. Mark Hanrahan has the night off. Homeless outreach teams are in every corner of Spokane, as they have been for nearly 2 months, connecting with the unhoused under the city's new homelessness model. Tonight, KREM 2's Shannon Mowdy gives us an inside look at the work they do 8 hours a day, 7 days a week.
On a misty morning in southwest Spokane.
Let's go. A moment of truth.
A connection's about to be made.
Here we go.
Just one of many for these homeless outreach workers.
Catholic Charities Street Outreach.
They'll spend only minutes here at this camp, but it could be enough to change someone's life, says Christy Coleman.
You know, it can change, and there are options out there, and that's where we start the conversations.
She oversees the homeless outreach program at Catholic Charities, part of Spokane's new homelessness model. Dispatched through public tips on 311, 4 teams of 2 cover each of the city's police precincts.
Your blanket, look.
Oh, awesome. Thank you.
Roy Garcia says one of the team's greatest offerings is the feeling of being seen.
No one's offered me anything. I've been sleeping here 3 months. People drive by and just look at me. I'm like, man, we don't. We try to stop and make sure you know that we know you're there.
They do connect people to shelters or reconnect them to services. Other times, it's just the necessities.
A hat, some socks, and then, little toiletry so if they need to brush their teeth.
Sometimes that's enough.
You're struggling to survive every day, so a lot of your energy is caught up in that, and they may not know exactly what to do, what's available, and how to do that.
Coleman knows exactly what that's like.
So I was previously homeless, and the cold, it's miserable in the cold.
Many of the outreach team members have lived experience on the streets.
Are you guys working with anybody?
This woman says she goes to the navigation center daily, but is waiting to connect with a caseworker. Another man in the camp says he hasn't been yet.
So that's the first step. I tell everyone, try to go there and because the thing about that place is they have case managers coming in and out of there, housing specialists, chat street team.
He agrees to check it out. These tents will likely still be here after they go. The team's job isn't clearing camps, though they do partner with Spokane Police and code enforcement. While on the outside, it may look like nothing's changed, the team knows the few minutes they've spent may make all the difference.
They can refuse services 1, 2, 3 times, but that doesn't mean we give up. We still keep going at it every day with the hopes that tomorrow when I come back, you're going to want services. Tomorrow might be the day you're saying, hey, you know what? I'm happy you guys showed up because today,
Shannon Mowdy,
I want off these streets.
KREM 2 News.
And the city of Spokane is adding 50 new shelter beds scattered throughout separate homelessness service providers. It is part of Mayor Lisa Brown's emergency declaration from late October. The city is also funding additional mobile medication-assisted treatment services. These services are contracted with Compassionate Addiction Treatment, or CAT for short. City leaders say it will allow police, the navigation center, and street outreach teams to connect individuals with services and treatment. Well, let's take a live look at I-90 at this hour. The holiday travel rush continues. Today is set to be the busiest day on the roads. You can see we've got traffic picking up a bit, but at least the roads are clear. And let's take a look at our passes now. Snoqualmie, Stevens, and Lookout passes are wet, so make sure to drive slower and give yourself extra distance between you and the vehicle in front of you. Right now, none of our area passes have restrictions. Now, we did see a dusting of snow overnight. That is not something we need to worry about on the roads tonight, though. But what can we expect to see some rain on Thanksgiving Day tomorrow? We're going to head over to Michelle Boss, who is tracking all things holiday weather. Michelle, what do you see in the next couple of days?
Yeah, the worst of the wintry weather is behind us, but we do still have some wet weather to contend with. I don't think it's going to cause too many travel problems. Taking a look at what we did see overnight and early this morning for snow, as you can see, not a whole lot across the inland northwest. Generally, just a trace to 2 inches of snow. Stevens Pass did pick up, I believe, around a foot in the Leavenworth area, 3 to 5, but that was about the most snow that we saw. And of course, a lot of that has been melting away as some warmer air is moving in. We're dealing with a little bit of fog here locally in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. Otherwise, mostly cloudy skies. Next round of moisture is going to be in the form of rain, as I do expect temperatures to stay above freezing overnight. We're only at 35 right now, but temperatures are going to be pretty much holding steady throughout the overnight hours in the middle 30s and may even go up a degree or two. As you can see here, short-term forecast bringing a little wet weather in overnight and then rain back for the region for Thursday with a high around 40 degrees. A little bit of early morning rain on Friday, and it looks like things will dry out Friday afternoon with a high of 40, and then colder air comes in for the weekend. Lows down in the 20s and highs only in the 30s.
All right, thank you, Michelle. New at 5, a Delta flight from Atlanta to Spokane had to be diverted to Salt Lake City today because of mechanical issues. The plane landed without incident, and Delta tells us passengers were sent on their way on other planes. Well, right now, time is ticking for teachers to reach an agreement with the Moses Lake School District. If a teacher's bargaining agreement does not happen by Friday, the Moses Lake Education Association could initiate a work stoppage. This means schools could close. Tonight, KREM 2's Regan Gallo digs into this.
The Moses Lake School District Superintendent Carol Lewis tells me the district has been in bargaining conversations with the Moses Lake Education Association, or MLEA, since June.
And I think we've had something like 28 bargaining sessions.
The Moses Lake School District, in a statement, explained they are in a budget shortfall due to 2 failures of levies in 2024 and an $11 million accounting error that happened in 2024.
In the 24-25 school year, which was last year, we did have to make significant program cuts. And so that was not ideal.
Superintendent Lewis explained that the 2025-2026 budget is $8 million less than the 2023-2024 budget. However, she says no programs have been cut this year, and in fact, several programs that were removed in previous years have now been brought back.
We've added paraeducators as well as teaching staff to help address student needs and academic gaps. We've also added back our ability to support our after-school programming with the Boys and Girls Club.
Lewis noted the school district did pass a $53 million levy earlier in 2025. However, she says those funds cannot be accessed until spring of 2026. Earlier this month, the Moses Lake Education Association said in a statement they want the district to restore funding to their student and education programs. President Heather Whittall tells me over the phone teachers want to maintain professional development and instructional learning time. She says teachers gave that up last year due to the double levy failure and reduced staffing. The Moses Lake Education Association also claims the school district is overinvesting in a savings account of nearly $22 million while sacrificing teaching and instruction of teachers and students. So I asked Superintendent Lewis about that savings account. She says this is a required account by the school board. It is a fund that holds a percentage of the overall operating budget that is meant for emergencies, unforeseen circumstances, and specific expenses.
Really, the total amount that we have sitting with the county treasurer right now that is unobligated is only about $75,000. So while it may look like we have a large fund balance, most of that is obligated in one way or another.
The MLEA president Whittall tells me they are committed to keep working, but is critical they have a contract that supports Moses Lake students and educators.
And that was Regan Gallo reporting. And we learned if a work stoppage starts, the district says it would be unsafe and illegal to attempt classroom instruction. They say they will notify families if there may be a change in school schedules. This also means students may have to make up school days at the end of the year. Well, we have a lot more news still coming your way tonight on KREM 2 News at 5. Some local students are learning a lesson about giving with a food drive that's gathered more than 200,000 pounds of food. That's our story next.